Garth Brooks, the best-selling country artist of all time. In fact, he's America's best-selling solo artist of all time. Yet it is the year 2023, and he still will not put his music on Spotify. Granted, it's on Amazon Music. You have a Prime account. You can listen to it on there. But come on, my guy. It is 2023, and you're still selling CD box sets? Seriously? In researching this video, not only did I find this one, but not one, not two, not three, not four, not even five, but 6 box sets as of 2023. And because I have an audience that I can vent to about things like that, I bought it, and I went through the pain of not having this on any streaming site to get to the new album in there. I bought it, and I listened to it in the car throughout a week and gave my feedback. So here goes nothing. It is 9:35 a.m. I have driven an hour and a half to Cary, North Carolina, to the local Bass Pro Shops to buy the latest Garth Brooks album. Is this going to be a complete waste of my time? Probably. But what am I doing with my life? I'm just realizing on the way here, I often will criticize people that have nothing better to do with their time. I'm like, who has time to do any of this stuff? And I'm realizing, because I've made a career making YouTube videos, it's me. I'm that person that I make fun of. Thank y'all for making me that. Appreciate that. Where are the bodies, Garth? Where are they? Here it is. The Bass Pro Shops Garth Brooks Limited Series 6, what the hell you call it. Apparently it's the perfect gift. It's all of his albums post-retirement, plus the new one, and triple live. So you get all of his hits. That's pretty smart, getting all of his hits in one box set as well. Let's open it up. You get this. Alright, so it's basically lyrics, gives all the, writing credits to everybody. Guess I won't do that so I don't get sued. A little freebie. What a corporate shill. This is the Garth Triple Live at the Bass Pro 50th anniversary. See, he did this with the other double lives and triple lives. He would do one show that he did and just kind of highlight that. And you get all the CDs of his, post out of retirement, but that's just the one little thin little thing right here. Now, of course, as a younger millennial, I don't really own a CD player, and Garth doesn't like putting his stuff on Spotify. So where am I gonna listen to all this music? Right here, in my car. Let's pop disc 1 in. I'm probably gonna have to do a lot of driving just to get this done. Let's hope this even works. Alright, it works. Not gonna play anymore due to copyright. Alright, disc 1 of Double Live review. The guy still got it, man. That whole Thunder Rolls and Ask Me How I Know and Rodeo, you can tell they amped up the guitars a little bit, make it a little more rock and roll, and, he can still hold his own live. But my one complaint is that, both my favorite Garth song, That Summer, was on disc 1, in addition to the 2 post-retirement songs that I think are his best. Both Ask Me How I Know and Mom are both on disc 1. Could you not bury them on disc 2 and 3, make us anticipate that a little bit? I mean, come on. And Guy Going Nowhere, that shocked me. That's my song right there. Obviously, I haven't heard any of the rest of the post-retirement records, but there might be some bangers on there. I'm optimistic so far. Let's see how disc 2 and 3 are triple live goes, and go from there. Double Live Disc 2 review. Again, keeping it up, the great times and the great vibes and all that. I'm forgetting how many bangers Garth has. I mean, we're starting with the extended version of Friends in Low Places. Like, I love how it's almost similar to when I saw Garth in 2016 in Baltimore, and, you know, he did a little talking part and in between the second and third verses of Friends in Low Places, get the crowd riled up and kind of talk about the city that Garth is in. And I love that on Two of a Kind, like, he's getting this crowd to sing it too. That's pretty cool. Unanswered Prayers, like, man, I'm not a religious person myself, but how much it resonates with people, and just like how much he was cracking up, just getting all emotional with the crowd singing. And he pretty much let the crowd sing most of it. And People Loving People, I don't remember hearing that one. That must be one of the new one. It's like a lovey-dovey, get-together, love one another thing. It sounds almost like a lost Chris Gaines track. Hate to say it, but they sped up Ain't Going Down, the Sun Comes Up. That was like a mind fuck there, and overall a great Garth live record. Disc 3 of Triple Live review. This one will get you in your feels, man. All the highs and the lows, everything in between. Starts out with Calling Baton Rouge in Baton Rouge, like the one that apparently broke decibel records a couple years back. That was a hell of a time. The River, Beach of Cayenne, More Than a Memory. That was the first Garth single to debut at #1. It's basically the anti-Friends in Low Places. It's after that night that you celebrate and you're drinking, you're like, oh my god, what have I done? That was beautiful. During The River, like, you hear a lot of Garth just shouting out at the crowd, which in my opinion kind of takes away from it a little bit, but, you know, Two Pina Coladas, that's basically Garth trying to capture the whole Kenny Chesney, Jimmy Buffett, Zach Brown crowd there. And Whiskey to Wine, I'm realizing that song and In Another's Eyes, those were definitely signs that, you know, I think Garth and Trisha were not telling the full truth when it came to Garth's first marriage. So that's just my opinion. And obviously We Shall Be Free, and then close out with The Dance. The Dance recording was from Nashville, and how do you go wrong with that one? Like, overall, this Triple Live, I would give 8.5 out of 10. Only taken off because it's better in person. Like, it doesn't really encapsulate what a Garth concert could be. Still great if you're a longtime Garth fan. Like, I would definitely recommend Double Live if you're just starting out as a Garth fan. By the way, this is 3 times now that I've stopped in a 2-hour drive. Usually I stop that much in a 6-hour drive. You're welcome. As if your music wasn't hard enough to get, now it's just... why is it stuck? God damn it. I don't want to break it, but... why do you do this, Garth? Why do you do this? Finally, got it. Man Against Machine album review. Not bad for a guy who had been basically semi-retired since 2001 and been so busy that you wouldn't think he was retired since 2001. Like, it starts out strong. The title track, which Garth never does, names his records after songs on the album. A damn banger, man. It's, hey, I'm back, let's get this. Just tired of the boys. That's my dream later on in life. But I gotta tell you, man, seems to be a lot of fluff on this record and way too many guitar solos. Like, Cold Like That could have been a great rock, southern rock anthem, but just too many, like, Wayne's World guitar solos at the end. That's the deal for a couple other tracks on here, man. I'm just saying, man, that might make me want to skip. Even though the guitar solos are great, it just, some of them just don't fit in. On the contrast, though, like, it's got Mom on here, which, if The Dance was Garth's first half banger, Mom is his second half of his career banger here. Rodeo and Juliet, that's a great George Strait rodeo song there. That's quite clever, and I'll maintain before that the track People Lovin' People, I think that's a lost Chris Gaines track. And if Chris had not been unalived in that movie that never got made, I feel like that's what he would sound like in 2014. But again, some great bangers, some underrated tracks here, like Fish, that's a great one. That's another dream right there. And Send Me On Down the Road, that's a heartbreaker. And Tacoma, that is a hell of a track right there. Overall, like, he's not trying to get anybody new in his arsenal here. Like, he's making it for his people and nobody else. Balancing the kind of staleness of a few tracks mixed with some certified bangers with like Man Against Machine, Mom, People Lovin' People, Fish, Tacoma. I say 7.5 out of 10. I mean, only reason I came in here because I had a grouper on for this place. Just make me fit in. Good. Gunslinger album review. Garth definitely chilled out a little bit on the Wayne's World guitar solos here and definitely had a better selection of songs. I'd say this is a much stronger album than Man Against Machine. And they got all the post-retirement kinks out with this one. More bangers on this one than Man Against Machine. Obviously, ask me how I know. His best post-retirement song, if you ask me, right up there with Mom. The song Pure Adrenaline. Last album had a possible Chris Gaines song. That is a potential lost Chris Ledoux song. Like Baby Let's Lay Down and Dance. At first, that one, I thought he was gonna go all Florida Georgia Line on that one, but he went more, funkadelic on that one. I love that. A lot of good country honky-tonk song. Honky Tonk Somewhere, that's a good one. Cowboys and Friends, those are great. Weekend, that's a strong, fun track right there. Weakest one's probably Bang Bang. I don't really see what he was trying to do there, but 18, that's definitely a lost, like, youthful track. It's like John Mellencamp with a few Beatle-type chord progressions there. And, of course, Whiskey to Wine. You can't go wrong with a Garth and Trisha duet. Gunslinger was a big step up from Man Against Machine, so I'll give this one a good 8.5. Fun album review. This one lives up to its name. It is definitely the most fun, the most energetic, and I think just the best overall put together record of Garth's post-retirement career. Some of my favorites are like definitely All Day Long, fits right in with, party country of modern times. That could have been a hit if he just put it on Spotify, but whatever. I'd already heard both Shallow and Dive Bar, his duets with Trisha Yearwood and Blake Shelton respectively. Courage of Love really got to me, man. That's a tough one. Message in a Bottle, that's basically Two Pina Coladas 2.0. Can't go wrong with that one. Stronger Than Me got to me, man, really. Easy Living, that's my dream right there, so thanks for displaying that. Also, the Charlie Pride one, Where the Cross Don't Burn. Oh man, that one got to me. That's some very tough subject matter, and part of it still applies to the day. A lot of it still applies to the day, but I'm glad Garth got this one in before Charlie Pride passed away. Johnny Cash had 9 Inch Nails. Merle Haggard had Sturgill Simpson. I guess Charlie Pride had Garth Brooks as the artist that they closely associated with right before their passing. Great ending tracks here. Party Gras. That should get you some good ends with the Mardi Gras crowd there. And perfect ending with Sometimes You Gotta Die to Live Again. It's very relatable to me. And knowing like this is the first one that Garth produced himself, he doesn't have Alan Reynolds or Mark Miller for that, like I'd say he should just do it on his own going forward, because I give this one 9.1 out of 10. It is up there with me. His classic albums like No Fences, the debut album Rope in the Wind, and In Pieces, it's up there in consideration with those. Alright, last one. The one that we've all been waiting for, Time Traveler. This is a lot more mellow than all Garth's other post-retirement offerings here. It's definitely a strong selection of songs here. The term Time Traveler, I'd say that'd be referencing the fact that a couple of his songs are like throwbacks to his earlier sound of country music sounds, and also like only country music. A big thank you to the genre, and the duet with Ronnie Dunn,
Rodeo Man, which by the way, nice little play on the whole Brooks and Dunn deal there. That's pretty cool. Old school country right there, but then also there's, in the vein of old school country, is The Ride. You know, David Allan Coe song. Amazing throwback there. But then again, there's also the St. Paul, Minneapolis true story. The throwback to, you know, a couple years ago, that whole viral thing of the one person that was like, chemo today and then Garth tonight, held up the sign, they pushed her to the front, that thing. I think this is the perfect place for Garth to wrap it up here, I hope. But then again, you're an artist, you gotta keep doing your thing. But if this is the last Garth offering, I say he went out on top. I'm giving this one 8.6 out of 10.
Overall, I say Garth, he still kind of has it in his post-retirement years. Man Against Machine was a bit indulgent, but gotta give him a little leeway on the Wayne's World style guitar solos. And I say Fun is a hell of a record, and Time Traveler, if that is where Garth ends his career right there, I'd say it's a career well worth celebrating. I mean, come on, he's doing Vegas residencies now. Where else can you go after that? But anyway, thanks for indulging me on this one. If you want me to do stuff like this in the future, hit that subscribe and drop a like and a comment. Y'all know what to do.
And also, where are the